What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. On the screen, you'll see all of my socials, so if you could give those a follow for me. So, in essence, just please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please make sure that you're commenting. Please make sure that your notifications are turned on. All of that kind of good stuff. Hype in the video as well if you could. That would be absolutely fantastic. We're also on all of your favourite podcast apps, so if you can make sure that you're giving those either a follow if you're listening on the audio side of things, but most importantly, just make sure that you are liking the audio versions as well, just so it pushes up the algorithms. So let's have a little bit of a Monday morning chat, a little bit of a conversation. I think it's important to note that at this moment in time, just to put some perspective on where we are and what we're actually doing this season and how well we're actually doing. And in particular, when you look at it in terms of how this weekend's actually gone for us, it's been a very, very, very decent weekend. When you look at it in terms of, our relegation rivals, if you like, in and around us and what that potentially means for us and how we're looking as a team. We're still sat 15th. That's not changed. We are... we've managed to make a point on Tottenham because Tottenham lost. We've gained another point on Forest, which means we've now got 4 points on Forest, which is really, really important. We've maintained against West Ham, which is a really, really good thing. So we've still got the 6 point cushion, if you like, or the 6 point gap onto West Ham. Just looking at it, I mean, Arsenal took a little while for them to get going, but they eventually did it in the end. So Arsenal beat Tottenham 4-1. Liverpool in the 97th minute. I don't know how that first goal of theirs could be given as a handball when his back's to the wall, his back's to the ball being shot at him, but letter of the law, I suppose. Liverpool beat Forest 1-0, again, in the 97th minute. Crystal Palace won 1-0 against Wolves. Where are we at? Some other ones. As we said, West Ham and Bournemouth drew 0-0. Brighton picked up a win, so they moved up. So it's one of them weird situations where just how quickly you can fly back up the table again. So Brighton have got a 3 point gap onto us, and our next game is Man City at home, which, isn't going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. We have to make sure that we are, in and around and trying to do the best that we can do in that game. Again, I will 100% take your hands off for a point right here, right now. So looking at the next game week and the games that are to come up, there is, let me see, Tottenham have got to go to Fulham, Forest are at Brighton. We're obviously at home against Man City. Liverpool are playing West Ham at home, so West Ham have got to go away to Liverpool. Liverpool have really flattered to deceive this year, sort of absolutely hugely. There's no two ways about that. So there are some tough fixtures that are due to come up or due to be kind of floating around. Once we get out of this little bit of this patch that we've got now, the games after that, they're not easier, but they're more favourable for us in the context of what it could mean for us in the league moving forward. So that's obviously something to be mindful of. So once we get let me just see here. Once we get the Man City game out of the way, we then have Sunderland at home under the lights. Obviously, we've got Norwich in the FA Cup. We're then away to Crystal Palace. We're at home to Brentford. We're away to Man U. And then we are at home to Wolves. So there are some really, really good opportunities for us to pick up points there. When you look at some of the other teams in terms of the fixtures that they've got to come. So, for argument's sake, if we look at West Ham are away to Liverpool. They're then away to Fulham. They're then that's been postponed, so that's not really been put back in again. So they've got Brentford at home. They've then got Man City at home. They've got Aston Villa away as well. So they've got some tough fixtures that are actually, coming up for them overall. Forest, they're away to Brighton, away to Man City. They've got Fulham at home, then they are away to Tottenham, they are then at home to Villa, and then at home to Burnley, and then they've got Sunderland away. So again, not easy fixtures for them, by any stretch of the imagination at all. So what we need to be maintaining is we need to keep focused on what we're trying to do and just try and maintain where we are, that 15th position. Fingers crossed, all being well. That's what we want to look to do. So it's going to be a tough ask against City. There's no two ways about that. City are obviously going for the title. They're obviously doing everything that they need to do and to try and reel Arsenal in. It was weird. I said today that I wanted a Liverpool win and I wanted an Arsenal win, and it took Liverpool a long time to get that goal. But that's, for us, that's good. Again, it's that 4-point cushion. It's the better goal difference. The same with West Ham. We've got the better goal difference against West Ham. So that 6 points is effectively 7 points. The same with Forest. The 4 points is effectively 5 because of having the better goal difference. Tottenham is a different story altogether. I think Tottenham might be a bit of a fallacy, but we'll see what cracks on with that. But I just to put that into perspective in terms of where we are and what we're actually doing, this has been a really, really good weekend for us overall. Listen, it could have been so much better. We could have, got the extra 2 points and been sat on 33 points and really, really looking and thinking, wow, this has gone really well for us. But overall, I'm satisfied with the results. This has been that, like I said, that really weird sticky patch of games that we've managed to get points from. So obviously beating Forest, drawing against Chelsea, and then drawing against Aston Villa, both of those games away when we've got, the third worst away record in the league. That's not to be sniffed at. And it's something that I said previously that I still stick by, is that we are a very, very, very difficult team to beat now. That is the key thing about us. We are a team. We have an ethos. We have an identity. And that's really sort of flourished as the season has gone on for me. And I am really, really proud of what the boys are achieving, and we want that to continue and we want that to maintain. And again, as I said, you've got to be prepared for a result not to go our way, for that little gap just to concertina and to stretch and everything. We've got to be mindful of that, but we have to be prepared for it. The boys have to be prepared for it as well, and I'm sure that they are. It's that being able to see fight and determination. That's all that we want from them. That's all that we want them to do. And that's pretty much what they have been doing recently. So you can't be anything other than happy about what you've been seeing. Yes, I know we've conceded 14 goals, in the 88th minute and beyond this season from either drawing or winning positions. And that's something that needs to be looked at. But the big thing is, in particular, it's really helped this period is away from home, we are a lot harder in terms of a football team outfit to beat away from home than what we were previously. We were rolling over and getting our tummies tickled on a regular basis, and that doesn't happen as much now. We're nearly back to full fitness. We know with Okafor, he's going to be out for a little bit, for a couple of weeks, potentially 4 weeks as well, so other players are going to have to step in. But I have faith in this squad, which is a really weird thing for me to say. And just from a psychological point of view, looking at the table and sitting 15th and having teams between us and, the relegation places is a big thing psychologically, and it will really, really help the players at the same time as well. I've got, no doubt about that. I just wanted to just kind of speak on this weekend and take the positives from it. And for us, it's been a very, very, very positive weekend overall. Yeah, it could have been a hell of a lot better. Of course it could have been, but you take the positives in a way where they are. Forest lost, Tottenham lost, West Ham only managed to draw. That's big for us. So we gain points on Forest, we gain points on Tottenham, and we maintain against West Ham. That's the main thing. That's all that we can ask. The teams below us can't just settle by just matching our results. They have to better every one of our results that we get. As long as we match the results to the teams below us, we'll be absolutely fine. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you are new to the channel, please also make sure you are subscribed, your notifications are turned on, you're commenting, sharing the video, all of that good stuff. If you're listening on audio, make sure that you are liking it for me as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Take care of each other, and most importantly, take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Cheers.